Let's talk about it, my peopleizations. What's shaking? What's shaking? What's shaking? Let's talk about it, man. Your boy Blue ain't been live in a while. We gonna have the phone lines open, man. Go ahead and call in, man. Let's talk some boxing, man. And tough times, man. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. You dig? You figure deal me? DB. Guillermo Kayasuke. Salute. What's shaking, man? Drink some hot tea, man. Y'all see I got some hot tea. Tim TV 212. Salute. Journey 21485. Eric Broughton. Bowden. Charles Granger. Bang Bang. Nick Silvio. DB. Mully Man. Rob Cruz. Dirty Dozen. Nativ J. Hold on. J. Salute. Corey Yellowman Jackson. My brother. Rob Cruz. Nassim the Dream. T.S. Sims. Big Jag. Philip Henderson. Salute. Shaking. Vernon Allen. Salute. What's good? What's good, man? Mully Man, A.K. OG Mully. Salute. What's good with you, King? Anus and Anus. Salute. Charles Granger. Salute. What's good? What's good, my peoples? Smash that like button as you come on in. Johnny Bryan, Gerard Green, Broderick Hunter, salute. Yeah, man, get you some good old tea. Omar Hamilton, Chilltown Majors, Lost Sounds 507, The Spot, I Am Redhead Shun, salute. What's shaking? Chuck P, salute. What's good with y'all, man? Christopher West, Richard Mercado, Drink More Water, Darren Fogel, salute. Mr. DJ C92, salute. What's good with you? The Spot, salute. What's good, my people? Smash that like button as you come on in, man. Roland Markland, salute. Scant Rants, Natalie Cruz, Robbie Sanders, B-Rail 87, what's good? Maisha Workman, salute. She said, what the what? Yeah, man, get you some good old Melvin Harris, salute. Get you some good old hand sanitizers. You know, Gary Emanuel, salute. Roll Clothing Collection, salute. Kareem Ebanks, salute. Get you some nice warm tea, man. You see that nice steam coming out there, man? Jay Cooley, my brother, what's good? Solarverse 1, salute. EJ J.R. King, salute. Maurice Briggs, salute. Bridges, salute. See that? Nice hot tea. Kieran Alexa, salute. Peace of blessings. Great evening to you. Yeah, get you some good old hot tea, man. LV Raiders 478, salute. Canada Finest, salute. Pete Woods, salute. I'm going to tell you the secret to my tea, though. You understands me. The predicate, salute. My tea, right? I use herbal tea for one. That's number one. Number two, for one, I use herbal tea. Number two, I always drop some cough drops in there. Daughter pulling up, jamming like she in the club. JMJ 2121, salute. Mark Wunderlich, salute. Use a little herbal tea. I serve 88, salute. I use herbal tea. Then I use I always drop a little bit of lemon in there. Well, a lot of bit of lemon. Cough drops. What else I put in there? No update on Fury Glove Gate, man. And I'm gonna tell you something, right? Mauricio Suleiman, Emmanuel Momo, salute. Mauricio Suleiman is defending it, but I haven't heard anything. Angel Lopez, salute. Romel Charles, salute. What's good with you? But I haven't heard him say anything regarding Jamal Wright, salute. I haven't seen him say anything regarding Franchon Cruz. 'Dezurn. Nothing. 'Cause. 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 Not one thing. Stephen Lamontes Hawkins, salute. Eric Marshall, salute. They call me Starkey Love Hun, salute. He said herbal love. Yeah, herbal tea with a little cinnamon stick. Yeah, I do all that. I got the cinnamon in here. I got some ginger in here. Jafari Caesar, salute. Battle Rifle, salute. We got 120 people. Let's get 120 likes. David Ramirez, salute. Eddie Sports Money, salute. My brother, Main Event Mark, in the building. What's good with you? Yeah, he ain't mentioned that. He just did that. You saw that interview, right? Main Event? Drink more water, salute. You saw that interview, right? Kareem Ebanks, salute. Man, I stay with my black seed oil, Kareem Ebanks. I was actually looking for the elderberry, too. I can't find it, and I don't have no more. Supreme Beast Boxer Talk, salute. I don't have no more elderberry, man. It's funny you said that, because I just came back from the vitamin shop and got some more black seed oil and some olive leaf extract, man. Olive leaf. You got to get the olive leaf, black seed oil. You understand? Elderberry I need. I can't find it. Yeah, Mark, I'll text you. I'll text you, man, Mark. Man, let me tell you, man, I stood out online, man. DJ Yo, salute. For 4 hours yesterday looking to get something, man. And you know, it got kind of cold, man. It started raining on me. Jupiter B, salute. It started raining while I was standing there. It got cold. And your boy got the sniffles, man. Hold on 1 second. Smash that like button, man. We got 150 people. Why we don't got 150 likes, man? We should have 150 likes, man. Smash the like button, man. Hold on 1 second, y'all. The phone line's open. We're going to take some calls and all that good stuff. Dream Marketer Group, salute. Hold up. Let me grab something. Peace and blessings to the queen, Miss Beverly Rose, Boxer Entertainment in the building. What's good with you, Bev? Brian, New York, salute. Hey, man. Smash that like button, man. My brother, Drew Titan, what's good with you, man? Salute, King. Dimitri Cohen, salute. See, these are my vitamins I take, smart ones. 6 of these a day, man. These are great, man. They got omega-3s, CoQ10 for your heart, vitamin B12 for energy, vitamin D3. D3 is great, man, for your iron and all that. And it supports prostate health. You understand me? So I take these right here. These are chewable, smart ones. Smarty Pants. Right? So you take 6 of these. They chewable. They taste good too. Smarty Pants. Kennedy Linda, salute. And I take, this is the best version of olive leaf you can get. You understands me? My mom lived by this, man. She swear by this. My mom swear by this. You understand me? And you got to get this brand because it's the purest form of olive leaf. You understand me? This is great for you. It start tonight, New York. They done rolled in with tanks and everything, man. Afro Caesar, salute. Infinity Mindset, salute. Right? So, this, right? And then you got to take the almighty Sheridan Bratton, salute. Mayor, salute. Black seed oil, you understands me? See, brand new. I ain't even opened it. I told you I literally just came back from the vitamin shop. Damon Bussy, salute. I literally just came back from the vitamin shop. You understand? Yeah. Told you, look, not even open, man. See? Literally just came back, man. Burgess Meredith, salute. Darius Ewan, salute. So now let's get into this, man. Bo Mack, Brian McIntyre, trainer of undefeated WBO welterweight superstar boxer Terence Bud Crawford in the red corner. My brother Drew Titan, how you feeling, man? And in the blue corner, Daniel Lowton, salute. And in the blue corner, we got unified, undefeated WBC, IBF, welterweight superstar boxer, Errol, the truth, Spence Jr. You understand me? Say Washington, salute. DB, salute. John Berrien, salute. So, man, I stood out in the cold, man, looking to get something, pick up something, man, to hold the fort down. Love it down, Gangsters. Salute. Oh, man. And got the sniffles, man. Standing outside. It started raining. I stood online for 3.5 hours, man. So anyway, man, let's get into this. Smash that like button. So Bo Mack said that the reason that the fight is being held up is due to none other than Errol Spence and his lack of commitment to the sport of boxing. So he's stating that if Errol Spence committed to the sport, he could stay focused enough to sign the contract, start training, and get it in. See, this T break up everything. That's what Bo Mack had to say. You understands me? And so with that said, it leaves the boxing world, Goix, Boshall, Go. Not true, trying to get a build-up. Yeah, Bruce Wayne, salute. And so, Bo Mack's stance is that if Errol Spence stay focused, right? And so, see, every time, you do something, man, you just wash your hands, man. Stay on top of it. You understand? Wipe your feet before you come inside. You understand me? Thomas Moreland, salute. So, Bo Mack, on BRJH Sports and Entertainment, salute. So, so this is what Bo Mack had to say. Now, we obviously know the situation as we facing in the world today's time. So obviously there is, a bit of a holdup, right? Now, with that said, obviously we know Errol Spence suffered a horrific car accident back in October, and that put his career somewhat simultaneously on hold. Nick O, salute in the super chat. He said, "What you since watching you since you started. Smash the like anytime. Canada every time. Salute, salute, King. I appreciate you." He said, "Been watching you ever since you started, man. Loyalty." Mystic Red, salute. Man, when I go live, man, just check in, man, so I can rinse you up because I believe you. The problem is, man, I haven't seen you. So, I like to wrench up all my peoples that been here forever, man. So just check in every once in a while, let your blue know you there. Big Bang Boxing News, salute. Eddie Sports Money, salute. So then we know, obviously, Errol Spence had the situation with the accident. Jafari Caesar, salute. And so that kind of set his immediate plans in his career a little bit off track. Keith Oliver, salute. Joseph Brown, salute. He was supposed to fight Danny Garcia January 25th, and obviously that didn't work out because of obvious reasons. Doug Cook, salute. He said the car crash itself is supporting Bomac's statement. Well, I mean, he was okay. If you want to look at it like he was out enjoying himself and he made a mistake, yeah, you're right. There's no disputing that. You're right. Gareth Davies, salute. He said, "Why did you get arrested again?" Why are we talking about my arrest, my guy? Mr. James, salute. Why we talking about? Why you want to know about that, man? Why we want to bring up that, man? Injustice is why I was in the position I was in. That's why. Injustice. You understand? I want to say power tripping. You understand me? But, it is what it is. So, anyway, Amir S, salute. Jerry Suba, salute. So, King Baby, salute. Yeah. So Darius Ewan, salute. So, needless to say, was Bomac right about the hanging out, partying? Yeah, he was right. You know why? Errol Spence even admitted that he needs to focus some more. Right? Errol Spence stated that he needs to stay focused. Obviously, he was out hanging out when he had suffered the accident. And he needs to lock down more, lock in. But at the end of the day, right? I want to address something, right? I actually got somebody that commented, Jesus Perez, salute. I got a comment in the comment section of that video, right? And the dude said, "Hey, Blue, you know what? Man, you are truly a hater. I'm off this channel." That's what he said. He said, "You are a hater, Blue. I'm off this channel." So if anybody watched the video I made regarding this topic, somebody please explain to me how and who was I siding with? How and who was I siding with? Alec Cartier, salute. Right? How could that? Who was I? Who was I siding with, and how was I siding with anybody in the video that I made? You see, people just use things out of content. So many people just get used to saying stuff, right? Real McCoy, salute. Blue, what's hoodie, bro? Same old, same old. Harold Jones, salute. Man, just trying to make it. You understand me? 88 Sports Store, salute. So, anybody watch that video that I made, right? Regarding this topic, and tell me, was I siding with anybody and being favorite to somebody, or like we just KP from KC5, salute. We just now, everybody's just so used to saying stuff that people just say stuff out of content. They just say stuff just to say it. Sweet Science, salute. Anthony Chappelle, salute. So he said, "Hey, Blue, you man, you really are biased, man. I'm out of here. I'm off this channel." And I said, "Peace." Giovanni, salute. 86, salute. Giovanni, I'm gonna learn you up. UK Low, salute. Mr. James, salute. So South Phoenix Rising, salute. So how am I, siding with anybody, man? I made an honest and truly it doesn't even matter. KF Harris, salute. LDBC Warrior, salute. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me. It comes, sometimes I get the notifications. Deontay Wilder, I haven't spoken to him in a while. Sylvester Solomon, 2011, salute. Be honest. Jeffro Bodine, salute. There's a lot going on, man. Yusuf Cobb, salute. So anyway, man, I want to get y'all point on this. I want to see what y'all think, man. Smash the like button. We got 250 people. Let's get 250 likes. Corey B, salute. Antoine Reed, salute. So I believe you, Jupiter B. I just salute people as they come in, so it is what it is. Now, does Bomac have a point when he's saying that Errol Spence needs to lock in and focus? Yeah, y'all best salute. Errol Spence said the same thing. But when Bomac says stuff like, he gets personal. Carlo Reeler, salute. He got personal. BM20, salute. And when he got on Fred's show, and he said that he stated his point and where he coming from. I understand where he's coming from, defending his fighters, defending, like he said, Crawford is like a son to him, so he gonna defend him to no end. And that's Anthony Tolbert, salute. Nick Silvio, salute. Chris Mills, salute. And I understand that. So, but this is a fight that needs to happen. We've seen too many big fights derailed from prolonging. Darius Ewan, salute. William LDBC, salute. Garrett Davis is talking about when I went to and I was locked up for something, man. But nonetheless, man, this fight, we have Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, the biggest fight in sport of boxing. That's what it is. It's the biggest fight in the sport of boxing right now, right? My brother Bish, B Megastar in the building. It's the biggest fight in the sport of boxing, right? And at the end of the day, we saw Wilder Fury derailed. I mean, Wilder Joshua derailed now, right? It's still going to happen, I believe, in the future, but it has lost some of its luster, right? We saw Jamel Charlo and Jarrett Hurd derailed. They both took losses. And again, Hurd took a loss, Jamel took a loss. Wilder took a loss, Joshua took a loss. Right? Michelle Bouchard, peace and blessings, queen. What other fights was there? We saw the Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao fight. Right? Rondell Bob, salute. Duke, salute. Trick Nolte, salute. We saw, listen, we got 270 people. Let's get 270 likes. Smash the like button, please. Smash it. So, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao fight lost his luster. Why did that fight lose luster? Because Manny Pacquiao was knocked out cold by Juan Manuel Marquez. Now the fight still pushed through, but it lost its luster. DJ QMOB, salute. It never was what it could have been. You understand? It never reached what it could have been. Talib Cunningham, salute. It still did huge numbers because you just wanted to see the two fighters in the ring at the same time. CB Sports TV, my brother Carl Burrell. What's good with you, King? Go subscribe to my brother CB Sports TV. So Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao fight did well because we just wanted to, it's been so long, we just wanted to see them grace the ring together. Similar to the Wilder and Joshua's fight. Now we know we can all blame this side and that side, and somebody gonna defend this side, somebody gonna defend that side. What I'm saying is at the end of the day, the fans are losing. Now, when Wilder and Joshua step in the ring, we both saw them, we seen them both take a loss. G Money G, salute. Whether unjust or just or whatever may have you. You understand what I'm saying? Whether it's Glovegate with Fury and a possible allegations against Fury and so on and so forth. The end of the day, Eddie Brock said, I disagree. What you disagree with? You call in, brother. Stanley Bailey, salute. He said, I disagree. What you disagree with? Debunk what I'm saying. Facts check, salute. John Wilson, salute. Quentin Lee, salute. He said he disagreed. Fury did not. Oh, man. Goodbye. Fury did not cheat. Okay. Goodbye. Akil Vibe, salute. It's funny, right? They would come here, Big Homie Coop, salute. They would come here and say, oh, just admit that Wilder lost. But they will never admit that he cheated. Real McCoy, salute in the super chat. Before that, Blue Man Manny wouldn't take the test. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, right? Regardless of who wins, what I'm saying, Real McCoy. Regardless of who was at fault, the fans still lost. You see what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao refused to take the test. Right? Manny Pacquiao said he was scared of needles, but had tattoos. Craig Esposa, salute. He said, Bluebird, I'm in the LDBC, man, but I disagree. Fury won the fight. Didn't say he didn't win the fight. So let me ask you a question. If me and you play a game, I win the game, right? Let's say we playing a game of chess. Mario Copeland, salute. I win the game. Right? See, this is what y'all saying. Y'all not making sense. And then let me clear it up for you. Right? You playing a game of chess. We playing a game of chess. I win the game of chess. But I cheated in the game. Does that mean I didn't win? Does that mean I didn't win? I didn't ask you if you got to the finish line. It's not a point about if you got to the finish line. Sometimes it's how you got to the finish line. Wookie woo, salute. Simple and plain. And then I see, this is what people get misconstrued. They love to say, no, man, he got to the finish line. I didn't ask you if he got to the finish line. We know he got to the finish line. How did he get to the finish line? Kenyatta Ali, salute. Peter Frescobar, salute. Right, the predicate said, the Houston Astros won the World Series, they're not going to take it from him. They're not taking the World Series from the Houston Astros. But they know the Houston Astros cheated. It's been proven. I'll say this again. If you don't know about American baseball, MLB, Major League Baseball, it's been proven that the Houston Astros cheated. But they still have the World Championship. They didn't take the World Series victory from them. But it's been proven that they cheated. So they didn't ask you if they won or not. See, so that just goes to show. This just goes to show, right, that you refuse. See, this is what they try to do. They try to spin it and say that we refuse to admit that he lost. No, they refuse to admit that they just don't like Deontay Wilder that much, that even if they could see somebody cheated in plain sight, they refuse to admit it, just all because they couldn't wait for the day to see his hand not be raised at the end of a fight. And so they will not have it taken from them by any means necessary. That's what it is. They will not have that moment of him not having his hand raised taken away from them. That's what it is. Here I'm talking about Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, and yet y'all keep bringing up Fury and more Fury. See, but you get these people, right? They'll come out and they'll say, unanimous decision, salute. They'll come out and they'll say, hey, Wilder fans are embarrassing themselves. They don't want to admit he lost. No, how about you embarrassing yourself because you scared to admit, you refuse to admit, and you just showing your true colors that Tyson Fury went outside the box to get help. Lisa Farndell, salute. Peace and blessings to you, Queen. Because guess what? If the shoe was on the other foot, man, I'm seeing all types of people. Tony Snowflake, salute. I'm seeing all types of people. Best 2K player, salute. I'm seeing all types of people talking about Wilder got a rod in his hand. Why are you worrying about the rod? Why do you even do the research? And why are you worrying about the rod in his hand if you're excusing all of the extra things that comes along with the fight as long as you win the fight? Unstoppable Force 101, salute. Why? Smash the like button, man. Get the likes up. Man, we got 300 people, man. We should have 300 likes. I mean, come on, man. Christopher Johnson, salute. Yeah, smash the like button. Mr. James, salute. Let me live 1985, salute. Nah, it just means you cheated to win. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ruben Salinas Jr., salute. OBJ 5E, salute. So it just goes to show, man. It just goes to show just how much disdain they have for Wilder. Right? You can see this dude glove flip-flopping, flapping around like a fish that just jumped out of the water, but you refuse to acknowledge it because you refuse to have the moment of Wilder not being successful taken away from you. You don't want that moment of seeing him on the wrong side of a win. So you don't want to have that moment taken from you by admitting fault. Come on, Oz, salute. And that says a lot about you. Yeah, they saying Muhammad Ali did it. Come on, man. Terence Howard, salute. Muhammad Ali did it. Okay, let's say Muhammad Ali did do it. That makes it right. So that means Fury didn't do it because Muhammad Ali did it. So guess what? You see, it's a mission by default. Bernard Burton, salute. It's a mission by default, right? Matthew Valentine, salute. Well, Muhammad Ali did it, so there you have it. So you're admitting that he did something wrong. Right? The tactician, salute. Am I right or wrong? Broderick Hunter, salute. let me ask y'all a question. I'm gonna give you an example, right? Rob Sportsman Lee, salute. I got a wife, right? Now listen to this. I'm gonna give y'all an example, and then we're gonna get on to the topic at hand. Cause I don't even know how I got pushed to this topic. Afro Caesar, salute. I don't even know how I got pushed to this topic. Salute to my brother Main Event Mark in the super chat. He said, "EF, you trolls go elsewhere to spread poison, LDBC." Yeah. So let me just say this, right? And then I'm gonna get to the call line, get back to the topic at hand. So I'm gonna say this, right? And give you an example. I got a wife, right? So let me ask you a question. Y'all best salute. Now, if I do something, LV L7, salute, beloved, salute. If I do something, right? If my wife say, "Hey, you can't go to that club," and I go to the club, can I turn around and then say to my wife, "Yeah, well, my best friend went, and his wife told him he couldn't go, so why you mad at me?" She gonna say, "What that got to do with me?" Right? She gonna say, "What that got to do with you? What that got to do with you and me?" Like, how does that? That's a mission, right? So essentially, what she'll turn around and say is, "Well, you went, right?" Can I turn around and tell her at the same time, "But I didn't go"? Can I turn around and tell my wife, "Well, I ain't go though"? She gonna say, "Yes, you did. You just said." She gonna say, "Yes, you did. You just said you went because he went." Can I say to her, "I ain't go," but at the same time say, "Why you mad at me for going because my best friend went and his wife didn't want him to go"? It makes no sense, right? Nah, man, Quentin Lee, man, I went to a store yesterday, man, to pick up something, and and stood out there, man. I didn't dress for it. I had a t-shirt on. I stood outside for 3.5 hours. It started raining, man. It got cold. I'm standing in the rain and the cold, and for 3.5 hours, man. That's what happened. Daniel Lowton, salute. Yep. Yeah. Narco Hampton, salute. So anyway, man, that's just that example, man. You understands me? So, people just say, Yeah, I stood out there for 3.5 hours in the rain and the cold, man. So-called one, salute. Yeah, it was cold, man. It was raining. I went all the way out to the end of the island. It was raining, man. It was cold. Cause see, where I stayed was 67 degrees. It was warm. It was warmer, right? And so I went way out east. Big LT, salute. Joe Farmer, salute. I went way out east, stood at this store for 3.5 hours. It started, so I wasn't dressed for. I was dressed for the weather that I initially came in contact with. So I'm standing out there for 3.5 hours. Didn't expect to stand out there, and then it started raining. It just was too much, man. The Mile of Plant-Based Pugilant, salute. Yeah, it was nice west, but it was raining and cold east. Like it was, so I was prepared because I was dressed. Darnell Watkins, salute. So anyway, man, let's get into this, man. Let's take some phone calls, man. Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, man. What should take place, man? Should this be the fight that takes place next? Man, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think, man. Call in the show, man. The number is 917. What's the number? 347. The number is 347. 358-9735. Again, the number is 347 358-9735. And listen, do me a favor when you guys call in. No foul language. No no cursing, none of that. Keep it clean, keep it clean. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What was the question you was asking? You said, well, who's supposed to fight?
Errol Spence, Terence Crawford. So
Um,
so yesterday, Bomac went back and forth with
on Fred.
yeah, well no, before that, before he even got to that, he was going back and forth with Fat Cat on Twitter.
Mm.
This is how this all came about. And he said that Errol Spence is not dedicated enough to the sport and focused enough to the sport to sign the contract, train, and make the fight happen. So essentially, he pinned Errol Spence as the reason for the fight not coming to fruition. So what you think?
I don't believe that, man, because like I was saying in the chat, man, Errol trying to be undisputed. So he gonna fight Crawford, but he trying to fight Pacquiao first because Pacquiao got the biggest upside. You know what I'm saying? He like I ain't gonna say he the man in the division, but he like the biggest draw. You know what I'm saying? He got a belt, so he gonna fight him first. You know what I'm saying? Because he the big money fight. And then if that don't work, you know what I'm saying? He gonna go ahead and fight Crawford because he got a belt. Like people don't understand. Like he gonna fight both of them because they both got belts. Dude trying to be undisputed. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna fight both of them. Then he gonna move up. Like people always try to like somebody trying to die or somebody. Like they gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? They just gotta be patient. Let the stuff work out, man. But they definitely gonna fight.
Yeah, and so I got a lot of people because I said that what Errol Spence is doing is lateral moves, right?
Right,
And Terence Crawford currently his current situation is leaving him stagnant, right?
right.
So, but I get called uh, uh, that I'm biased because I'm favoring Errol Spence. So my thing is this: is that the fans are not being realistic. Nobody's
True.
saying by saying that Terence Crawford is staying stagnant. Errol Spence is making lateral moves. Is not a knock on Terence Crawford's talent.
Right,
It's just that what's taking place. So
right.
what you think?
I mean, yeah, nobody ever said anything about Terence Crawford talent. Everybody give him his props. You know what I'm saying? It's just he's not fighting competition. At 147, he's not doing nothing. Not taking away from what he did before he moved up. Just saying he's not doing nothing at the weight class, but he asking for like the big money fights and asking for so much, but he hasn't done anything to warrant that.
Right,
Like how you gonna step over like the Sean Porters who are, solidifying the weight division, like over the Danny Garcia's people who are proven. Like you just moving up like, yo, I'm up here, I'm finna just fight whoever I wanna fight. Like, no, it's a protocol.
right,
Like people don't even know you at this weight class. You just trying to live off your name from what you have done, your previous work. Like people want to see what you can do in the weight class, first. Like Errol working his plan. Errol say he gonna fight everybody, get all the belts. He fighting all the people with the belts. And then he unified. He could do that. I
right,
mean, Terence Crawford got one belt, but he fighting mandatories and like really low level talent. Like people don't even respect his, talent at 147. Like if he fights Sean Porter, then it won't be any more talk because we see and we know Sean Porter's a dog. You know what I'm saying? If he fight Danny Garcia, people be like, okay, this man for real.
mm-hmm,
But it's like you can't just go talking all big and bad and you ain't fought nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Everybody know he can fight.
right,
Everybody show him his respect. But it's like, dude, fight somebody in, 147 and just show people that you are what you say you are. You can't go in there and just start moving your weight around and you like you new to the division, dog. People in the division don't respect that.
right,
Like, for real, like you can't just look at Sean Porter and say he ain't a good fighter, dog. Say he, what I'm saying? Like people don't believe that, man. I'm just saying he gotta prove himself. And that's just my stance on him. He gotta prove himself and then he can say what he wanna say. This show us you are who you say you are. Don't be going here just saying what you gonna do and don't be selling wolf tickets.
right.
Like, yeah, man, like this if he whoop Porter, it won't be no more talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but if he keep fighting these green beans and these lower people who he's supposed to beat, like, man, people ain't gonna respect that. They gonna be like, man, Errol finna beat this boy because he fighting like low level competition. You know, Errol a dog. He
Mm-hmm.
proven.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just fight somebody who a dog as well, man, in the division, man. So he can be like, yeah, he for real.
Yep.
That's all people asking for, man. Just show your worth. You know what I'm saying? But until then, man, he gonna keep getting this talk, man, because people don't respect it.
Yep. Facts. I
Word. But
pre
appreciate you letting me speak my piece, big dog. Finna
no
jump back in the chat.
no doubt, no doubt. Appreciate you.
Word.
Peace. Mr. J Mr. DJ C92, man, call in, man. As you saying the last caller is talking like a duck. How? Rocco 3, salute. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo,
What's goody with you, my guy?
how you feel, man?
I'm good. How you feeling?
Man, I'm coming from the surgery. I'm on this oxy. I'm seeing like 3 televisions in front of me. Man,
I bet.
man,
I
this
bet.
is crazy right now.
But you home or you still
Nah, I was in the hospital for 2 days,
okay?
and they sent me home Wednesday,
Okay, okay,
and I'm just scooting around this house. You know, I'm gonna be down for a good minute, but I'll be on OG Box and Talk tomorrow.
okay.
It's all good, but yeah, I just wanted to call up real quick.
Yes, sir.
Um, First of all, let me touch on the Wilder situation. We wasn't even talking about him, and as expected, you clowns come in here bringing his name up, talking about it. The only reason why you're talking about it is because you low-life scumbags see what we saw. All right? I'm a person that took the L, and I didn't pay any attention to anything till about 9 days later.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I looked at it, it escalated. And if it didn't make sense, I wouldn't address it. But this whole thing has gotten to the point where you think, and, you know, for those that understand what I'm saying, the world is 360 degrees, and you get what you put out. The last thing Fury wants is that fight on a level playing field, because he's going to lose. And that's why you hear all these people talk about just take the loss like a man, Wilder should retire, oh, Fury shouldn't bother with the third match. All of that is fear. Listen, we want that fight. Wilder wants that fight. That's why he's been quiet. It don't matter. He doesn't want to talk about it because we're talking about it. His job is to fight. Your job is to make excuses. Our job is to spread the truth. So shut the F up. Now, as far as Bud is concerned, let me be very clear when I say this. Bud, pound for pound, best in the world. Pound for pound, best in the world. Now, in saying that, that doesn't justify what he's doing or has not done at 147. That's all we're saying. I understand wanting to come up and just get to the work immediately, but it's not working like that. And I want Bud to pay attention. He needs to have a discussion with Andre Ward. Andre Ward was forced to go up to 175 under duress. And they didn't waste no time. When they threw, what's his name at him? The Dominican, the Cuban kid. What's his name?
Aleda Alvarez?
No. They threw Ward. What's his name? Oh, God.
When he moved up to 75?
Yeah, when he moved to 75, his first fight.
The first fight was Sullivan Barrera.
Sullivan Barrera,
Mm-hmm.
who was no pushover.
Mm-hmm.
They threw him straight to the wolves.
And he was undefeated.
Now, he was undefeated. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if Ward said, "Nah, I want Kovalev. I don't want any other work. I want that work." What do you think they'd have said about him?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Then I'm like, all right, he knows he's gonna lose the Kovalev. He just wanted to get the loss out the way, but he hasn't done anything. And who is he to be calling shots? We don't care what he did at 168.
Mm-hmm.
You see, it'd be the same thing. So if Bud and Roy got a good relationship, they need to relay that to Bud. And this is not a shot against Bud. Bud is the best in the world as far as pound for pound is concerned, but we're just not seeing it. We're just not seeing it. I don't get into all that other shit, the name calling. I stay away from that. I understand Bomac, getting angry, reading social media and shit on. I get that. But putting all of that aside, all we're saying is, Bud, do something to make your presence felt. The opponents that you're choosing, it's not turning any head. And meanwhile, Errol is saying, hey, no, fuck it. I'm going to take. And what you going to do? You're not going to do nothing fighting Green Bean and getting knocked down in that fight. Come on, dogs. We have faith in you, and you're not doing what we feel you can do. That's where the ridicule comes in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I got, brother.
I appreciate you, King.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I don't know why Drew Titan name don't come up saved when I save it. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, what's up? This is Jay, and I'm calling from Florida.
Salute, Jay. What's good with you?
Not much, man. Just chilling, listening to the content. I was on a panel last month, so get perspective of what I'm about to say.
You there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
So basically, what I was saying, if I'm gonna put my long story short on whose fault it is, it's everybody. It's not Spence. It's not just Spence's fault. It's not just Crawford's fault. It's everybody's fault. It's the promoters. It's Spence. It's Crawford. It's trainers. The fans. It's everybody's fault. I'm done playing the game where basically everybody is just fighting over one fighter, saying you ducking this fighter, you not on this side of the street. And why does it matter at the end of the day? You guys are both in the game to make money, but at the same time, you guys are playing us fans like we some puppets that we basically gonna end up rallying behind you after everything you do and say, and it works. They know after every single thing that all they have to do is say this person is ducking me and sit on their idle hands while they not fighting the best competition. And that is why I said to my best friend, I refuse to pay any more money for any of these pay-per-view fights. I'm a stream. I know exactly the stream site I go on. I'm streaming site. I refuse to support these. I refuse to support these fighters because they just gonna sit on their idle hands and know as long as I keep away from my best competition and people keep talking about it, then they're gonna pay me. They're gonna pay for me regardless. AJ versus Wilder still happened. Everybody's talking about Fury Wilder. Like what? Like come on, like move on. It's bigger, better things like that. That's why if Terence Crawford and EJ fight tomorrow, if AJ and Wilder fight tomorrow, if Dave Benavidez and Caleb Pence fight tomorrow or something like that, on the same card, I still wouldn't pay for it. My brother just told me he was willing to, like save up something so we could go to like watch one of these. And even then, I was just like, I don't want to do it because I refuse to support these fighters anymore. I'm done playing your game because all you're essentially doing is saying, is your fault. It's not my fault. No, it is your fault because the fight didn't happen. You didn't come to an agreement. All you want to do is sit on social media and say it's not my fault the fight didn't happen. Like, is this what boxing coming to? The sport I love? Like, no, I'm not playing this game with you. And I really think a lot of fans would benefit from having the same mindset too. I remember, this might sound very left field, but bear with me here. Mortal Kombat just came out with a DLC with Spawn in it, and he's basically talking to, he's like the best trash talker in the game. Well, he's talking to a guy who's going on and on about how he's good at fighting. And he says, this is the best response for anything a welterweight or a heavyweight or a middleweight or a lightweight is saying. Hey, I'm the best in my division. Well, shut the fuck up and fight then. Mm-hmm. That's his response. That's his response. Like, I'm done playing your game. If you're the best, fight. Shut the fuck up.
That's a fact.
So that's my thing. It's everybody's fault.
I appreciate you calling in, good brother.
Thanks for having me on.
No doubt. Hey, listen, man. Do me a favor. When y'all call in, keep it clean. Keep it clean, man. Keep it up. 402, call in, man. Call in. 402, call on in, man. Omaha in the building. Best 2K player, call in, okay? Tax, Luke. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Mike, man. Omaha, Nebraska.
Salute to Omaha, Nebraska, man.
Yes, sir.
What you got? Go ahead and cook, King.
Man, I'm calling in, man. I'm tired of these fans, man. Like saying, they talking about Bud, bro.
You don't like the fans talking about Bud?
Yeah. They're saying false stuff about Bud, you know? And I gotta get some stuff off my chest.
Well, go ahead and clear your throat and get it off your chest. Just keep it clean for me.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Do you think?
Yeah, man. So they say the fight is not happening because of Bud.
Well, they're not saying it's not happening because of Bud. They're just saying is that, you know, obviously it's not happening because of Bud because Errol Spence just had the car accident. But people want to see Bud fight better opposition. People want to see Bud fight better opposition than the opposition that he fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. And I got something to say about that.
Okay.
So we see Bud calling out everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's happening? Like, nobody's answering them back.
Well, you can't say that because Kenny Porter, willing to make the fight happen.
Man, look.
Right? We can't overlook that fight.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't think they really want it, man.
Well, they want it. Kenny and Sean want it.
Look, why does
But Bomac just said yesterday that why they gonna entertain Sean Porter fight when he didn't entertain them when he was the champion. Then he mic dropped.
All right, so look, why hasn't Sean said anything to Bud yet?
But he did.
Why is it his dad that's doing all the talking?
Well, see, so see, this is where we can't have it both ways, right? Because when it's any other fighter and Kenny's talking, Kenny is validated. But when it comes to Bud and Kenny's talking, he's not validated. So see, we can't do that.
All right, look.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when Kenny Porter does all the talking for Sean Porter in his entire career. So we can't say, well, why is Kenny doing all the talking and Sean? No, Sean ain't never talked. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
And Sean is on record saying, "Hey, my dad point me in the direction. That's the direction I go."
Uh,
So Kenny
but
is
yeah, man, look. Let me say something to the fans.
Go ahead.
These goofy ass fans.
Go ahead, Cook.
Man. Look, bro, they, man, you know, hey, I'm so mad, bro. I don't even know what to say.
But why y'all mad though? Why you mad?
Bro, I'm from back home right here. Come on, bro.
Right, but you gotta be mad at Bud though, right?
No, I ain't mad, but he's doing his job.
Yeah, but
he's calling everyone out. What more should he do?
But who is he calling out though?
He called out Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, whoever. You name him, whoever. He called him out.
But you do know he never called them out. I mean, he alludes to it. He never called them out. He never called.
He ain't never called him out.
No.
For real right now.
All right. Did you watch his last fight? Right.
Yeah.
What did he say at the end of the fight?
Shit, I don't even remember. Hey, but speaking of his last fight.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying.
He got knocked down.
At the end of the fight, and at the end of the fight, Bud said, "I want to fight everybody." Yeah. And the announcer was trying to pull name. What about this person? What about that person? And he said, "Oh, I just want to fight everybody. I ain't scared of nobody." Well, that's not being specific. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that he's avoiding any fighters.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So this is where it gets misconstrued, as people take it as somebody saying Bud can't fight. No, we saying I'm gonna give you an example.
He's the best fighter in the world. Right?
Right. So let me give you an example. Right. We considered at the time, and I'm going off of when I was deep in watching basketball, Michael Jordan is universally known as the best player. Now you get people say Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, so on and so forth, right? But Michael Jordan is considered the best player in the world, right? We know Michael Jordan was the best player in the world in his era, right? And I say he's still the best player ever. But let's say Michael Jordan's the best player in the world in his era, right? Now, we want to see Michael Jordan against Dominique Wilkins, right? You want to see Michael Jordan against Magic Johnson, right? You want to see Michael Jordan against Larry Bird, right? You don't want to see Michael Jordan against Mark Price continuously. You don't want to see Michael Jordan against Jeff Hornacek continuously. You don't want to see...
Bro, he calling out all the superstars, bro, but they not on nothing.
Huh?
He's calling out all the superstars, but they not on nothing.
He's calling out... I just told you he ain't calling out none of the superstars.
All right, bro.
Let me give.
Thanks for having me on.
No. You can't get off the hook that quick, bro.
No, I'm done, bro.
Bro,
this Boston thing, bro.
Listen to this.
They make it over money, all this shit, bro. It could be all so simple.
Yeah, it could be. We can make it easy, right? So here's the thing. This is what I'm saying. Check it out. If Michael Jordan at the end of the game, and we say, Michael Jordan, we want to see you play against Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, so on and so forth. And then Michael Jordan say, "Hey, I want to play against everybody." Is he calling out Magic Johnson? Or is he saying he's used to, we understand he wants to play everybody, but is he being specific? We want to see you versus Magic Johnson. And he says, "Well, I want to play everybody." Is he calling them out?
Hey, man. I'm done talking about this shit.
I go, brother.
I'm just a simple man trying to see a fight, bro. I'm not no big ass fan. I'm just trying to see a fight, bro.
All right, good brother.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, 42415, call in. Let me get 42, man. He was calling in. I'm just listen, man. Listen, I'm not saying I'm just listen, man. People are not, people are not You see what happens is, right? See what happens is that Rico Foster salute, Big E salute. Uh, uh, people people don't want to face reality, man. What's your name? Where you calling from? Hey, you gotta turn that music down. You gotta turn that music down, bro. Good brother.
Blue?
What's good with you, King?
Hey, what's going on, man? This Chuck PC Bills Boxing, man, from Cleveland, Ohio. How you doing, brother?
I'm good brother. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Hey, it's been long enough, man. I should have been called in, man.
Yes, sir, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, check this out, man. Hey, I want to play devil's advocate from that last caller. Now, if you follow my content, man, I would be the last person to call Errol a duck, all right?
Right.
But I just need some clarity here.
Uh-huh.
And this not only from you, but from the people listening.
Okay.
Now, you had Errol Spence, who had said at one point, well, Derrick James had really said it. He had said that Terence Crawford can't put asses in the seats. I'm sorry for cussing, man. I got to keep it rated PG for TV for you. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cuss.
No,
but he said he couldn't put nobody in the seats, right?
Right.
But in the same token, though, you got Errol Spence, who fights Sean Porter, and he said he couldn't sell out a family dinner. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't understand the inconsistency there, man. Can somebody clear that up for me? Now, I mean, I don't want to say that he ducking, but what I don't understand is you say that Bud can't put nobody in seats and you're not going to fight nobody. You're not going to fight him because of that. But then you fight Sean Porter, who you said out of your mouth, who couldn't sell out a family dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now I'm asking you. I mean, what do you think about that?
Oh yeah, when Derrick James first said that, you know, I said I made a video. I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Okay.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly because, you know, it to me, it's not about, you know, who put who in the seats. I just use those logics. You know, I use those examples to try to debunk people's arguments, but. You know, no, I don't personally agree with that.
Okay, all right. And one last thing. Wait a minute, because I'm seeing you talking on the TV. I don't know. Hey, I'm getting an echo too, but I'm just trying to get it out there. One last thing, though, man. We got this situation going on with Franchon Discern.
Right.
And the WBC didn't give her title back. Mm-hmm. Now, I just got a question for you, though, Blue. Mm-hmm. We got this little looming pending situation going on with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Mm-hmm. If this wasn't going on, do you think the WBC would have gave Franchon her title back? Because here's the thing. If you give her title back due to a drug cheat, you would have to do the same exact thing for Deontay Wilder. And I think we all understand on this platform, it doesn't seem like the WBC is too eager to give Wilder back that WBC belt.
And I agree.
So what I'm saying is, if this situation wasn't going on with Fury and Wilder, do you think Franchon would have got the WBC title back?
You know what it is with the WBC? If this wasn't going on with Fury and Wilder, no, I just think this. The WBC don't stay consistent enough. That's the problem.
Okay.
And so I see what you're saying. If they give it back to Franchon Cruz, then that's a mission that they got to give it back to Wilder.
Exactly.
So, but at the end of the day, it's clear that they picking and choosing who they defend. Because remember, when the first allegations came out about Alejandra Jimenez, when those allegations, Mauricio Suleiman came out and made a statement defending her. They said it was disgusting about all the allegations.
Yeah.
So now that's, again, this is what it is an admission that Mauricio Suleiman, you jumped out the window and you should not have done that because you're supposed to stay down the line. Right. But he jumped out the window to defend Alejandra Jimenez, because let's just be clear, man. She represents their culture. Right? And so, you know, he did that to defend her, and then turned out she put egg in his face, right? So now he don't want to admit that he was wrong. So in return, instead of him just saying, "Here goes the belt, I was wrong," it was you make your platform, your brand that much bigger when you can admit that you're wrong,
Yep, exactly, man.
right? And so he can't admit that he's wrong. So what he's going to do is he's going to try to right the wrong by doing another wrong. So now he's
That's
going to try.
crazy.
He's trying to and this is no knock, and it puts me in a bad spot because I'm very close to Alicia Napoleon. She actually lives next to me, right? And so he's saying now that Alicia and Franchon are going to fight for the vacant WBC belt, right? So that gives Alicia an opportunity to fight for a title, but she just lost in an action-packed fight, but she lost. So you're trying to award her. Essentially, she lost though.
Right.
So now you're trying to award Alicia for losing, and you keeping Franchon Cruz on the back burner for being wronged. So how could it's just a mess, to
It
be
is,
honest,
man.
bro. And you see he's doing it again, defending Tyson Fury, and you don't know the facts. It's
Yep.
clear that he don't know the facts, and he didn't know the facts, and he doesn't know what's going on behind the scenes, because if he did, he wouldn't have defended Alejandro Jimenez in the public. Because if he knew the facts, he wouldn't have defended that, right? But you see
You're
that,
right, man. That's a fact.
yeah, so, but he moves the goalposts. So again, he's doing it again with Fury and don't know the facts. So what he's doing is, without realizing, is that he is watering down the WBC and don't even realize it. The more these things drag on in this manner, he's watering down the WBC. That's what he's doing. So, I can't really answer with your question. I understand what you're saying and what you're getting at, but it's just so much different lanes, different avenues, different exits to get off on this highway that I can't really pinpoint which direction to steer you in as far as your question, because there is no real right and wrong, because it's so much of a log jam and so much of a mess at this point. I would say that just what your point is logic. It just makes sense. But then in the same token, it don't seem like they have a real rhyme or reason, right? So
Yeah.
right now, he just went on another show and he's defending Fury again. And it's like, dude, you don't even know the facts. Now Frank Warren has came out. At the same time, he's still trying to defend Fury. Frank Warren is coming out and saying Martin Carefoot is legit. So you're
Wow.
still trying to defend like you don't know. So it's a mess, bro. But I see your
It
point.
is. It is a mess.
It
Hey,
truly is.
but Blue, I'm not gonna hold you, man. I want to just I want to give you a huge shout out, man. Much love to you, man. I'm a longtime fan, and big shout out to everybody watching this too, man. I know we all going through it right now, but we gonna get through it together, man. Much love to you, man. From the Ville to the real, Blue.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, King. Appreciate
Yep.
you. Peace. Salute to my brother Jupiter B in the super chat. He said the difference is Porter is not with Top Rank. He don't have to split the pie with another organization and network. It's basic business and math. Come on, common sense. Salute to my brother Jupiter B in the super chat. What's your name? Where you call from?
What's up, man? It's Brad Young, calling from St. Louis.
Salute to St. Lou, man.
Yeah, Blue, I wanted to say something about the caller that called about Terence Crawford, right?
Uh-huh.
Here's the thing about Bud. Bud does not want to go through the channel of greatness. Remember, we had the Thriller in Manila because George Foreman beat the same people that Ali beat. And that's what made the fight so interesting. The same thing when Pacquiao beat everybody that Floyd beat.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right? Am I wrong?
You're 1,000%
That's what
right.
made Pac so big,
Mm-hmm.
because they both beat Cotto. They both beat Marquez at one point. They both beat Mosley.
Mm-hmm.
Bud does not want to go through the same channel of greatness.
Mm-hmm.
In order for this fight to be a big fight, Bud has to raise his status up by beating the same elite fighters that Errol beat.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way the money is going to be there for the fight, because there's two different networks involved. Bud has to do his part. Period. It's nothing against Bud. I love Bud as a fighter. He's one of the best of this era, but he's not pulling his weight in this super fight. That's all I want to say, man. And for all the Bud fans, pay your boy to fight somebody. He can fight Sean. Like, okay, here's my thing with Bud. Bud want to take the easy route out. He want to see Errol fight everybody, and then at the end, he think he gonna get the pot of gold. It's just not gonna happen like that, man. Al handing those guys off at the PBC is not gonna let Errol fight everybody there is to fight, and then come and then give Terence the biggest fight ever in life, and he ain't worked for it. That's just not gonna happen. That's my whole thing, man. Well, good job with everything you're doing, Blue, man. That's my piece. I'm gonna let y'all.
Appreciate you, King.
So,
don't be a stranger. Peace.
No doubt.
Salute to my brother, Big Dog Willie, in the super chat. Said salute, Blue. Salute to you, King. And I want to say this, man. It's not again, you know, this I don't like the like, okay, for instance, when Bomac said when Sean Porter was a champion, was he talking about fighting Terence Crawford? He didn't never get the chance to. When did he get the chance to fight Terence Crawford? When Bud won the title. I mean, when Sean Porter won the title, right? This is, and I have to say this because this just gets just mowed over. It just gets mowed over, right? Ty King, what's good with you, King? Hold on 1 second. My brother Ty King a lot. You gotta turn me down, King. Ty, you hear me? Ty. Ty, you can hear me, King? Ty might have, his phone might have died by accident. So here's the thing, right? Bomac said, hey, why should we fight Sean Porter? When Sean Porter was a champ, was he talking about fighting Terence Crawford? And then he hung up, right? But see, you can't get away with that. You can't say that. Sean Porter beat Danny Garcia, won the title. As soon as he won the title, first of all, let me tell you something. Sean Porter was a champion twice, right? When he was a champion the first time, Terence Crawford wasn't a welterweight. So why was Sean Porter talking about fighting Terence Crawford? When he was the IBF champ, Terence Crawford wasn't a welterweight. That's number one. Then he lost the belt to Kell Brook. Sean Porter, Jamal Green, stopped saying that. He never said that. He never said that, man. Stop making up stories, man. Y'all making up stories. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Blue? This is Jay Cooley. I'm calling from Omaha, Nebraska.
My brother Jay Cooley in the building. What's good with you, King?
What's good with it, man?
Ain't nothing, man.
You got a little echo in the background.
Yeah, it's your, it might be your, how's that?
All right, yeah, it's good, it's good.
It's good? Okay.
All right, but first, let me say, man, when Errol was 15-0, or 16-0, whatever, he was calling out Keith, Sean, Danny. He wanted all them fights. While Bud was over there at 135, 140, fight John Molina, in Dubai, whatever the African dude, two weight class, very small, Gamboa. And then when he first moved to 147, he was calling for Keith Thurman. Mm-hmm. He didn't want none of Errol Spence, and Errol Spence had the IBF belt.
Mm-hmm.
So keep it real, man. Like the last caller said, he don't want to go through the fire.
Mm-hmm.
He do not want to go through the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And much love to you, man, and keep grinding, man.
I appreciate
it. And
you.
one more thing.
And hold on. And my brother Jay Cooley, tell them where you from again, man, because they going just so they know, you know what I'm saying? Because otherwise they gonna act like, you know what I'm saying, you're being biased or something.
Look, I'm not being biased. Hey, I love Bud. Look, Bud is pound for pound. but he ain't the best welterweight. I'm calling for Omaha, Nebraska. I tell these dudes all the time. Errol is doing what he can to get this fight to where it be. I'm gonna put an example. It's in the NFL and the NBA. You can be undefeated, right? But don't you got to go to the playoffs? Don't you got to go to the playoffs to make it to the championship? Exactly, man. And I'm out.
Yes, sir. My brother Jay Cooley, man. And he from Omaha, Nebraska. You understand me? So this is what I'm saying, man. Right? Smash the like button, man. Get those likes at 300, man. Smash the like button. So, my thing is this, right? This is a misconception. So, when Bomac said that Sean Porter wasn't trying to fight Bud when he was a champion, Sean Porter was a champion. Bud was in not a welterweight. He was at 135 when Sean Porter was the IBF champion. Then Sean Porter lost the IBF to Kell Brook, right? So why would he be looking to fight Terence Crawford at that point? So that's null and void. When he became the WBC champion, right, he beat Danny Garcia. When he beat Danny Garcia, Errol Spence immediately got in the ring. It was already right then and there. He never had an opportunity, Sean Porter, to say, I'm not fighting Errol Spence, I'm fighting Terence Crawford. And guess what? Sean Porter would have been called the biggest duck in the history of the sport if he would have said, I'm not fighting Errol Spence, I'm fighting Terence Crawford. All y'all fans would have said, oh, Sean Porter is scared of Errol Spence, because y'all was already saying that. Y'all was already saying he's scared of Errol Spence. So imagine Errol Spence got in the ring with Sean Porter after he won the belt from Danny Garcia. And then Errol Spence went to fight Mikey Garcia, right? And Sean Porter had to fight his mandatory in Yordenis Ugas. And after Ugas, guess what he did? He fought Errol Spence. He defended the title one time before he fought Errol Spence. So how could he possibly, as a champion, not look as if he didn't give Terence Crawford an opportunity when he was the champion? So this is what Bomac is saying. Bomac is saying that this is, in the manner he's saying it, is when Sean Porter was a champion, he didn't give Errol Spence he didn't give Terence Crawford the opportunity to be a champion. Huh? That's not that. What are we talking about? My brother Ty King Alive, what's good with you, King?
Peace.
What's good with you? Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Hello?
Good? We good?
You sound like a robot.
Yo, Blue.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Peace.
Peace, King.
I'm on last 10.
What's goody with
Stop
you?
playing.
Hey, I want you, man. I heard the wife cooking on rec, man. Cooking.
Did you hear it?
Yes, sir.
Amina.
Uh-huh.
What?
She cooking, man. We gotta get on the show, man.
Hey, listen. Circles. No, come on. Come on. Blue.
Ty, you breaking up, King?
I said Blue.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, listen, Amina was driving the tour.
Uh-huh.
You heard?
Yes,
on
sir.
rec.
Uh-huh.
TV.
Yep.
You did?
Uh-huh.
That's what we do.
She was cooking.
You know what I mean? Like I said, you know, we seen her everywhere.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
All right, come on, Shaq.
Yep.
For real, man. Like, pay attention.
Uh-huh.
Come on, man. We got details. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got exclusive for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, ridiculous. Man.
Yeah, we gotta do a show, man.
Like, you know, for real. You know. Anyway, conversations, you know, fade.
Facts.
I think it said LDBC, shout out.
Yes, sir.
Talking a lie with your boy Blue.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go. Let's go. Listen, Terence Crawford is ducking. You understand? Point blank period. Worst boxing out belt. Period. All right? W. Come on. Spence, come on. Come on. Blue, keep it real. Like, I'm from Brownsville. Zab Judah, Mike Tyson, Riddick Bowe, you know what I'm saying? Come on. Like I pay attention to detail. You know what I mean?
Right.
At the end of the day, it's about you know, the Spence is the real deal. Terence Crawford, you over there, pump faking, Ohio, Nebraska, you know what I mean? You see, brother. You know what I mean? Rico. You know what I mean? Blue, come on.
Rico?
You know what I'm saying? Ohio, Nebraska, come on, son. We're from New York. We're off top. You know what I'm saying? You know, Errol Smith's different. You know, come on. Hey, yo. Blue, it's real. I was just on Miss Boston channel, flossing. You know what I mean? Gunshots going off in Philly. You know what I mean? With CV virus, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Water Force had to pick them up to the light. You know, they on the channel, you know, some mic. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Hold it down. For real. Brownsville, for real. Somebody, Blue, it's real over here, man.
Yes,
Gunshots going on, Miss Boston, like, and the security was like, oh, I said, we get over here. Yeah. Come on, Blue.
Yes, sir.
Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
From New York, man. 911. I was in Brooklyn when the towers fell.
Yep.
You know what I mean? This is about nothing. This is like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just checking in, doing the drive-by.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Blue, you know what I mean? Doing the drive-by. You know what I mean? Salute, man.
Salute, King.
And, you know, stay safe, man.
Yes, sir.
Word. That's my word. Talking along the check-in.
Yo, Ty, do me a favor. Inbox me on Instagram because I don't got your number. I lost your number.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna have my queen hit you on his IG. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And direct. Get with me, man. For real.
For sure.
This thing is deep, man.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You give money. You know what I'm saying? Take water.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You dig?
All right, King.
All right?
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Salute.
Peace.
The brother Ty King, man. Ty, man, he chilling right now. That's what that is, man. What's your name? Where you calling from?
DB calling from South Central Los Angeles.
South Central LA in the building. What's good?
What's good, King?
I'm chilling, man. I'm just a squirrel in your world, man.
Yeah, right on, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, my state's going through it right now in the Bay Area.
Hey, back, your phone, I can't hear you breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, yeah, I had it on speaker.
Okay.
So the Bay Area got this shelter-in-place rules, and Los Angeles and SoCal got the stay-at-home order. So for all my people in Cali, be proactive and take all proper precautions to ensure safety and health.
Yeah.
First and foremost.
So y'all can't go outside at all?
Now we can until 9 p.m.
Wow.
Once it gets all the way dark, if you're not working in a grocery store or a convenience store like a 7-Eleven,
right,
you can't be out.
Man.
So
it's over here. It's coming over here now.
Yeah. So in response to the brother that called in about EJ not fighting or saying that he wouldn't fight, but EJ didn't say that. What happened was Errol said clearly he would take care of the PBC fighters, which is his side of the street, And then he would do body work on Bud and take whatever belt he has at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Sean was already in order. It was an easy fight to make with no politics, other than Sean having a heart to step in the ring with EJ,
Mm-hmm.
and then getting it on. He got that belt, and now it's time for Bud to get his work. Bud's got to do his part. Bud hasn't sold the fight. Bud needs to get in the ring with, if he can't get EJ because of the accident or because of politics, he can fight Manny, DSG, Ugas, Thurman, Porter.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, he can even fight Kell Brook or Mikey Garcia. Fight somebody that's a credible and known and qualified opponent.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can move forward. Play a game with me real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Porter fights Amir Khan. Who you got?
Sean Porter.
Okay. Jose Benavidez fights Mikey Garcia. Who you got?
Mikey Garcia.
Okay. Euryalcus Gamboa, Lamont Peterson. Now or even 2, 3, 5 years ago, who you got?
Lamont.
Okay. Jeff Horn fights Kell Brook. Who you got?
Kell Brook.
Okay. So here we're running down EJ's resume and his best wins versus Bud and his most credible wins.
Mm-hmm.
We count Bud as the pound for pound king because of his abilities in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes we discredit EJ for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
EJ is qualified and he doesn't deserve to hate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think there's a thing that happens when you talk about Errol Spence Sr., Coach of the Year, Derrick James. He's a distinguished,
and let me say
well-spoken.
And let me say this
Yep.
too. I like your point too, and I want to say this before I let you continue. It's a matter of, we already seen Terence Crawford start to, round up these accolades prior to Errol Spence making these statements and having these fights. So I think it's a point of he just outdated Errol Spence, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? As far as his accomplishments, because we saw him start to get on this path before Errol Spence got on his path. So we automatically just have Terence Crawford as number one and don't really pay close attention to Errol Spence's resume, as you just broke down, because we so hung up on the fact that Terence Crawford was undisputed at 140.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we all get caught up in that.
Yeah, right. Go ahead.
Right?
Yep, go ahead.
But as I was saying, if you take a guy like Errol Spence Sr., phenomenal father, you take a guy, Coach of the Year, Derrick James, I was saying these are distinguished, well-spoken, articulate, and successful gentlemen. And Bud doesn't seem to have that. He seems to be lacking that component in his life. So maybe there's a hint of envy and jealousy. Errol is the kind of guy, he was in school, he had B's and A's, come from a good family, knew how to tie a tie at a young age. Parents had a vehicle, came to pick him up. They had professional careers. But he wasn't a square. If you try to square up with him, he gonna take off on you. And you had the guy that was 5 or 6 blocks away.
And let me just define what you just said, because I know a lot of people is gonna misinterpret what you just said.
Okay.
About the way they perceive one another.
Right.
Right. And I understand exactly what you're saying as far as Terence Crawford is looking at Errol Spence as the kid with the silver spoon in his mouth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a bit of, he feel like Errol Spence is getting handed to him, and Bud is going through the gauntlet. So that's where there's a bit of disdain coming from.
Yeah. Not in the game of boxing, but in life.
Right.
Bud,
right.
Yeah, Bud felt like he's been under the gun.
Right.
And Errol has a silver spoon.
And it was
Bud felt like he had to overcome more.
Right.
And, defeat the odds.
Mm-hmm.
And he's found success.
Right.
And if you hear EJ talk, he would say, I like Bud. Bud is a good fighter. He's a good father. He's a nice dude. You would never hear Errol Sr. or Coach James speak badly about Bud, nor his family or his fighting style. I think it was a nasty and malicious move by Bomac to make those claims about Errol, drinking and whatnot. Anyhow, I think the fight will eventually happen. And, the same way Bud went to the body shop to go beat up on the mechanic, Errol gonna go to the body shop and beat up Bud's ribs. And he gonna be unified again and ultimately be unified at 147. I took my time, Blue. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, King.
Peace out to everybody in the family. LDBC strong.
Yes, sir. And be safe out there, King.
Likewise, brother.
All right. Peace. So I want my brother Afro Caesar and Darius Ewing, man, because I know y'all defending Bud, man. So I want y'all to go ahead and call on in, right, and state your point. State your claims, man. You know what I'm saying? Bridal Hunter salute. Because see, here's the thing, man. It's getting overstated. Jamal Green, call in, man. Afro Caesar, call in, bro. Call in. Call in, my guy. Tell me y'all area code. DB says sorry for the long call, but I had to get it off. Nah, DB, it's all good, King. Man, listen, man. When y'all listen, y'all don't have to ever apologize for the time, man. Y'all pillars here, man. You know what I'm saying? If it go too long, then I'll tell you it went too long. Don't worry about it. We family, man. So I'm gonna tell you, like, hey, man, you long-winded. Simple and plain. Darius Ewing.
Yeah, what's good?
What's good? That's you, D. Ewing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, King. Go ahead and I want to hear your point, man, because we don't get a lot of,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and cook.
I enjoy everything that was said. Spence is a great fighter, but Bud Crawford is pound for pound, and you can't, take that away from him. Mikey went up in weight to fight Errol, not Bud. There's a reason for that. And not only that, but then you have, I don't know why I have an echo, but
yeah, it's probably my phone.
there's so many.
Oh, do you got it now?
I don't.
It's good. The echo going? Yeah, I can hear it too.
Hello.
You can hear me?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. That's me.
So
that was my end.
no, it's all good. So basically, what I'm saying is, I feel like Errol Spence is a great fighter, but he said the same thing about Thurman. Or he's ducking him. Hey, just Thurman said, get a belt. Come see me. He did all that. Y'all still called him a duck. Bud got a belt. It don't matter who he beat, he still got a belt. But my point is, at the end of the day, right, if he really wanted to see him, he would fight him. It's the best fight to be made. I want to see the best fights made. And I feel like that's what's happening with boxing. I feel like everybody's like, well, we're going to fight everybody on one side of the street, and then we're going to wait until, he get way old, and then fight him. And I just feel like that's an excuse. And I would just love to see the best fight the best. You feel what I'm saying, Blue?
Yeah, I get it. I definitely, I want to see.
I'm just tired.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I'm just tired of seeing great boxers like lose to scrubs, or just some flukes, and then we don't get the fights that we really want to see. When they should have been made, that's one of the reasons why you had Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, Duran, all at the top, because they fought each other at the best times, at the top of their sports. And I feel like that's what this sport is missing. I know it's about the money game, but if it's about the money game, then it's really not about the sport. And that's what really bothers me about it. Errol's a great fighter, but he don't move his head, by the way. He can be easily timed. This is what I believe. I believe Bud will time him, and we'll cut him down, and we'll begin to walk through his punches. I don't feel like Errol is as good as everybody thinks he is.
But what you think about Bud not putting his best foot forward to fight Sean Porter though?
Sean Porter is a good fighter, but I mean that's kind of I don't feel like Sean's cool, but
because this is how I look at it.
I mean,
right?
Does that really excite the fans though?
I mean, it's better than seeing Bud against the Mean Machine.
Okay, I'll give you that.
So this is how I look at it. This is how I look at it, right? At one point, we had Hagler, Leonard, Duran, and Hearns, right? And they all didn't have belts.
But they still fought each other at the top of the game.
That's my point.
Sean
Porter don't got a belt, but he's after Errol Spence, after Manny Pacquiao. Who's better than Sean Porter? And I'm saying if you're Terence Crawford and you're looking at the field, Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence, right? So, but even Thurman. So now let's say you say Keith Thurman. They fought to
Manny Pacquiao said he doesn't want to fight Bud though.
Right. No, I'm just saying. If you're Terence Crawford, if you're Terence Crawford, I'm Terence Crawford, and we looking at the field, at the choices of opponents. Now you say Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao, right? Outside of them, now you got a bunch of guys that don't have titles because you have a title. Errol has 2, Manny has 1. Now when you look at the field, the rest of the field, right? You got to say, well, Keith Thurman fought Sean Porter, but 1 round separated the fight, right? Maybe 2, right? But it was.
I thought Thurman.
I thought Thurman won the fight clearly.
At least two more rounds.
Right. Okay. So we're on the same page because I thought Thurman won by 2 rounds at least. That's what I thought.
Right.
But it was a very, very close. I thought Thurman clearly won the fight, in my opinion. But it was a very, very close fight, like a 2-round fight, right? So
very true.
So even at that point, then you got to say that's an admission of Sean Porter's skill set because then he went on to fight. All his fights, even all his losses. His loss to Kell Brook, very close fight. His loss to Keith Thurman, very close fight. His loss to Errol Spence, very close fight, right? And so all of these fights come down to about, you want to say 2 rounds is what separated him, right? Is what separated him as far as winning and losses. And we know in this sport that we love, the judges could see it a total different way because it's so close.
Either way, that's right.
Right, and it could have easily went Sean Porter's way. So what I'm saying is, when Bomac says stuff like, "Well, Sean Porter never gave," in other words, he's saying Sean Porter was a champion, never gave Terence Crawford the opportunity. But that's not true.
Yeah, because he called him out.
Right. So what he's saying is not true though, because when Sean Porter was the IBF champ, he was only the champ twice. And when he was the IBF champ, Terence Crawford was a 135-pound fighter. So there was no opportunity for him to fight him, right? And then when he fought, and then he fought Danny Garcia. See, because I could see if he says, "Well, why Sean Porter never called out Terence Crawford?" That's one thing. But he says Sean Porter, when he was the champ, he never gave Terence Crawford the opportunity. This is what Bomac and them, how they looking at it. But that's not true. So then when he became the WBC champ and beat Danny Garcia, Errol Spence immediately got in the ring with Sean Porter. And soon as he got in the ring with Sean Porter, everybody, first of all, we was all calling for Sean Porter, Errol Spence before that fight, before he even fought Danny Garcia. Right? The winner of that fight was supposed to fight Errol Spence. So now Errol got in the ring with Sean Porter, and we was expecting that to take place next. But now the things happen behind the scenes, which saw they figured, listen, we can make more money capitalized if Errol, because Mikey was pushing for Errol fight. So if Errol go fight Mikey, and Sean fights Ugas, because remember, Yordenis Ugas was Errol Spence is mandatory, not Sean Porter.
Right.
So when he won the belt, they made an agreement that he'll fight Ugas, and that's his mandatory. You see what I'm saying? So he fought Ugas.
No, I feel you.
Right? So now he fought Ugas to get the mandatory out the way. So now then they went and fought each other, and then he lost. So he never had the opportunity as a champion to give Terence Crawford the opportunity to fight. So when he says, "Oh, why should we fight Sean Porter?" When he was a champ, he never give us an opportunity. Well, that's false.
Well,
he never had the opportunity to give him the chance.
In his mind, he called him out when he had a belt. Sean still had a belt, and he didn't have a fight at the time.
But that's
because they had all that stuff that worked in the back end.
But that never happened. When Sean Porter,
you telling me he didn't call him out? He didn't call anybody out from PBC.
No, he didn't call out Sean Porter. He
didn't say I'll fight anybody from the PBC.
There's no. Okay, he said he'll fight. He said, listen what he said though. He also said I'll fight anybody from Top Rank.
Yeah.
Right. So but that don't mean he called out Sean Porter.
About Bud.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Terence Crawford said I'll fight anybody from the PBC and Top Rank. That's what he said.
Right.
So that's not.
He wants to fight the best.
Right, but that don't specifically.
He just saw the guy get beat up by the guy.
Right, but that don't make it.
And I want to fight the dude who everybody says the boogeyman.
But look at this though.
All y'all been talking about this dude being the boogeyman.
But
this guy
hasn't
fought nobody. You say he hasn't fought nobody. Everybody says he hasn't fought nobody.
But see, this is different.
At 147.
No, this is.
All I'm saying is if he's so easy, let Errol fighting.
All right, now listen to this.
That's all I'm saying.
This is the difference, right? See, people again, we get the timelines mixed up. Right, so when we were saying Errol was the boogeyman, Terence Crawford wasn't at welterweight. When he was chasing down Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, and Danny Garcia, Terence Crawford wasn't a welterweight.
No, he wasn't.
Right, so he was when Danny Garcia
but I'm
and
saying,
Keith
once
Thurman
he won the belt.
Hold on. When he garnered that title, that name, that jacket was put on him. Terence Crawford wasn't in the division, and he was chasing down Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, and Danny Garcia, and they was refusing to fight him. That's why he became the boogeyman.
Okay,
but now when Terence Crawford
on Bud's side would feel like, hey,
but is it?
You're ignoring this guy who.
But here's
supposed to be easy work.
But here's the thing, though.
But none of y'all really want to fight him until y'all.
But here's the thing.
Lose the belt.
Terence Crawford still to today will not directly just mention and single out Errol Spence. He never does it.
Was standing in front of him and actually wanted to fight. What you talking about? They was talking.
No, but they was talking. But when they found each other,
he was like, "I want to fight you. You know, I want to fight you." And you know what it is. Okay, it was respectful, but they was talking.
And I'm glad you said that. And what did Errol Spence say? He looked right at Bob Arum and said, "Call Al right now and make the fight." He's right. But what did Bob Arum say?
And Buzz said, hey, "Nigga, you can get this work too."
Right, but then he said, "Bob, call Al. Call him right now." Right. Okay, and then Bob
just wanted to fight.
Right. So what I'm saying is this, right? Nobody, everybody is pretending as if Terence Crawford is directly calling out one. No, that after that fight, after that incident, after they came face to face, when did Terence Crawford directly just say, "I want to fight Errol Spence and nobody else"?
Bob Arum's been talking about it.
But this is what I'm saying though. When did Terence Crawford say, "I want to fight Errol Spence and nobody else"?
He said it. How many more times you got to call his name?
He's never said it. Again,
he didn't call.
No, right. We talk. Listen what I said. Listen what I said. Outside of the time they came face to face, right?
Right.
When did you hear Terence Crawford single out Errol Spence and say, "This is the fight that I want"?
I mean, how many times does a brother have to say something?
I'm asking you, bro. When did he say it? Before that or after it?
So
he never said it.
Is it?
Remember, keep in mind. I'm the person. Hold on.
Is this fight the best fight in the division or not?
Oh, for sure. No, it's the best fight in boxing.
So let's go watch the fight. That's what we should be talking about.
No, you're right.
But no other fight.
But we know that
we know that. Like, hey y'all, let's watch this fight.
You're right,
This
but
is a fight.
but the thing is,
I guess that's my problem.
we can't put that jacket on Errol Spence and not call out the facts. That's what I'm saying. So see, you get too many people. You see what I'm coming from?
I feel what you're saying.
Right.
I guess
because at the end of the day, we got to
hear Bud call him out.
Because at the end of the day, it's
maybe
around.
He didn't keep calling him out, but he did call him out.
Now think about this, right? All of this stuff has been surfacing. Now they met face to face, right?
Right.
Joshua lost, so it made the biggest fight in boxing, him and Errol, right? He beats the Mean Machine, and we all waited for him to say the fight I want is Errol Spence or Sean Porter. What did he say after he beat the Mean Machine? I'm tired of calling these dudes out. I'll fight anybody on PBC. I'll fight everybody on PBC. No, you got to be specific. I'm gonna tell you why. The difference. This is why Errol Spence, that jacket of him. So
what you're saying is his business savvy isn't as good as it should be.
Right, because listen, when that jacket of the boogeyman was placed on Errol Spence, you know why? Errol Spence went to everywhere Keith Thurman was when Keith Thurman was unified and said, "Yo, I want to fight you." He even said it on the PBC plat. Remember when they had the fight?
I trust me, I watched it.
Right.
I wanted to see that fight.
Right, and remember, and I'm gonna do you one better. When he fought Mikey Garcia at the weigh-in,
right?
At the weigh-in, Sean Porter was doing the telecast, right?
Right.
After the weigh-in, he pointed right at Sean Porter. It was mad awkward. He pointed straight. This dude don't want to fight me across the crowd.
Right.
He said Sean's scared to fight me. Right across the crowd. So he singled them out. You see what I'm saying? He backed them.
Singled out. He hasn't singled out Bud, though.
Right.
But he has a belt.
Right. No,
we want to.
But because now this is what we're doing, right? We just dismissing everything else that's going on in between just because we say that Bud is the best in the world, so he needs to jump the line. And everything that Errol Spence
jumped the line, there was no problem there.
But Mikey didn't jump the line. You know why Mikey didn't jump the line?
Yes, he did. He didn't fight nobody at 147.
No, Mikey. Let me tell you, Mikey fought Errol Spence because Mikey consistently did what I'm telling you. Terence Crawford.
Like excuses, man.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna ask you a question. Hold on. I'm gonna ask you a question. Did Mikey Garcia call out anybody but Errol Spence?
No.
Did Mikey Garcia say, I want to fight everybody? No. Mikey Garcia said, I want to fight Errol Spence. It don't matter what it take to fight Errol Spence. I only want to fight Errol Spence.
But when
he made it, Mikey. Hold on. Mikey, Terence Crawford has never just singly said, I want to fight Errol Spence and nobody else. Mikey Garcia said, Mikey Garcia said, I don't want. Mikey Garcia went to Al Heyman and said, personally, and I know this personally, I don't want to fight nobody but Errol Spence. Give me Errol Spence.
I want to fight you, dog. You're gonna sit here and act like I didn't call you out?
Bro, he didn't. Terence Crawford's never done that.
That seemed like a whole bunch of excuses, man.
When did Terence Crawford? All right, let me ask you a question, bro. You just said
I
that.
don't want to tie up the line, brother.
No, it's all good. You ain't a guest speaker, man. You family here, so it's all good. So look, this is what I'm saying. Terence Crawford, you just admitted that he did not call Errol Spence out. He never singled him out like Errol Spence singled out Keith Thurman. Like
not
Mikey,
on the mic, not in front of the camera.
Right.
Like
so
that.
Mikey Garcia
on the internet.
No, he didn't.
We was all chirping about it. We was all talking about it.
No, he didn't. When they came face to face and Errol Spence said, Errol Spence came to his event. Terence Crawford didn't go to Errol Spence's event.
Oh. But he IE'd him or whatever, and say, yo, I want to fight you.
Yeah, but
you know what it is,
right? But
and then when he showed up, he's like, yeah, I want to fight you, dog.
Right, but did he say? No, I'm asking you this. In that video, did he say, I want to fight you next? And Bob Arum was standing there, right? That's his promoter. Did he tell Bob? Did he turn? He did say,
"Hey man, make the fight happen, Bob."
No, did he tell Bob, make this fight happen next?
He told Bob and call my man so we can make the fight.
No, Errol told Terence that. I'm asking you, did Terence tell Bob Arum right there? Did he say right then and there, Bob, make the fight? No, he said I got your number now. I'm gonna call you, so on and so forth, right? What
So
I'm
you're
saying,
saying,
what I'm saying to you is this:
so what
Mikey
you're saying, he
Garcia.
didn't do good business. I feel you.
Right. What I'm saying is this: Mikey Garcia didn't give Al Heyman no options. He said, "I want Errol Spence and nothing else."
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, maybe the reason why
when
Errol fought Mikey Garcia because he felt like the,
he
his
didn't, he didn't,
background,
he didn't even
being,
want to fight Mikey Garcia.
Mexican, his business, he thought it was going to be a good money grab, a good
But
money
you
fight.
know,
That's the
Errol.
reason why he fought him.
But you do
So
know
maybe that's the reason why. But I mean, as far as
Errol didn't even want to fight Mikey Garcia. Al Heyman said, "This is a good interim fight before you
did
fight
Mikey
Sean
want to
Porter
fight
for
Bud?
unification." No,
Did Mikey want to fight Bud?
Mikey ducked Bud Crawford his entire career
Why?
because they in and around the same weight class, and he
Why
knows.
didn't you?
I'm getting ready to
Why
break it
didn't
down
you
to you.
duck Errol?
I'm getting ready to break it down to you. Mikey knew fighting
Because he
Terence.
thought he could beat him.
No, Mikey
Think
knew.
about
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
brother.
I'm sure Mikey felt he could beat both of them, but this is what I'm telling you.
No, he didn't because he ducked Bud. That's my point.
Let me break it down.
Point.
Let me break it down to you, bro. Mikey Garcia,
Okay, go ahead.
Mikey Garcia don't fight Terence Crawford. Why? Because there's one reason, right? Terence Crawford is closer to his weight class. If he fights Errol Spence, it's a win-win situation for him. If he fights Terence Crawford, right? It's a 50-50 situation. And what I mean by that is, and I'm not saying it's a 50-50 fight. I'm saying it's a 50-50 situation. When I say that is that there's no built-in excuse for losing to Terence Crawford. He's just going to get outclassed. You see what I'm saying?
But we know he was going to get outclassed.
Right, but there's the chance the David and Goliath situation that he was swinging for the fences with. You see what I'm saying? So he knows it's a win-win for him and a lose-lose for Errol. Right? But Terence Crawford is not the same situation because Terence Crawford is not seen as, first of all, he started at 135. They campaigned and they say Errol Spence has never fought at 135. He never fought at 140. Right. So he loses and gets outclassed. He loses and gets outclassed by Terence Crawford, right? He has to just admit that's it. He's the better fighter. He loses and get outclassed by Errol Spence. The first thing they think of is size. When you think Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia, and you mention that fight, the first thing people bring up is the size difference.
Right.
That excuse is null and void when it comes to Terence Crawford. So he ducked Terence Crawford. I've been saying he ducked Terence Crawford. Right? But that's this. I'm gonna give you another example though. What happens in that situation is like the big brother. Your brother at home could be the toughest gangster in the streets, right? But because he's your brother, you'll fight him, right? You'll fight him because it's your brother. But then you go out in the streets, right? And you might not fight the neighbor the same way you fight your brother, but your brother's the toughest thing walking the streets. Right? Okay. Why? Because it's your brother. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lose.
I get that.
Right.
But
and so that's what happened with Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is never going to fight Terence Crawford because now he knows he gets outclassed.
And then everybody knows he would have got beat down.
Right. The whole mantra daring to be great don't exist with Terence Crawford. It's your skill versus his. See, with Errol Spence, it's daring to be great.
He feel like he's the best skilled fighter in the world.
Right. But against
that's why I'm putting up Bud versus Errol. I feel like he walked through that jump.
Hold on one second.
That's just my opinion.
Hold on one second, Ken. Salute to Fat Cat in the Super Chat. He said, understand business 101, the fight won't make money. ESPN Fox won't make a mega fight without the ability to make money, and Bud don't sell. End of story. Salute to you, King, in the Super Chat.
Okay, well, that's what's up, man.
So,
I can see what people think that it's not going to sell, but I feel like, if they pubbed it right, it would.
So the thing is that happens is that we are high. I'm high on Terence Crawford. I've always been.
I know you feel like it's a 50-50 fight.
Right. And
you know boxing, brother. I'm not going
to. And so my thing.
We arguing about hairs, man.
Right. That's facts. Right. So my thing that what happens is with Terence Crawford is that, we know everything he accomplished and we know his what you call it? Oh man, what you call it?
His pedigree?
Nah, man. I'm brain farting, man. His potential, right? We know all the potential that we know that he got the ability to switch. We know he got the ability to make adjustments, so on and so forth. So, in the ring, we know this is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. But still, in all, we got to build our legacies. Well, they have to build their legacies, right? Because Sean Porter is a big part of Terence Crawford legacy, believe it or not.
Well, then he should fight him real quick,
Right.
rope him up real quick, and then get to Errol.
And it makes sense.
That's what it's gonna take to set up people who feel like he don't have the resume. Although he's pound for pound the best, everybody calls him pound for pound that.
Right.
Okay, we'll do that.
And so what it is, it just makes sense right now, because Errol Spence is gonna fight Danny Garcia more than likely. Well, we don't, everything going on right now.
Well, then Bud should definitely fight Porter.
Right.
Fight him and get to Errol.
And there you go. And on top of it,
and it's not gonna be no easy fight with Porter. I mean,
right? But he beat Sean Porter.
When I say mop him, I just mean get the win.
And he beat Sean Porter. It makes the fight with Errol that much bigger. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, Sean Porter is kind of a cog. He's not the wheel, but I mean he's a good fighter.
Right. But and so the reason that makes it bigger is because majority of people.
If he fights Thurman and beats him, it would be I think that would be a bigger.
Oh yeah,
a bigger field.
But the thing
you feel
is,
what I'm saying?
It might be, and I'm gonna tell you why it just might be, because the fact that we seen Keith Thurman in that fight with Manny Pacquiao, lose and then get dropped the way he did, and Manny being 40 years old. But with Sean Porter, we gotta keep in mind, most people thought that Errol was 80% of people thought Errol was just gonna walk through him.
I knew he wasn't gonna do that.
Me too. But just the outing that he had, Sean Porter, the showing that he had, it gives us, and we know that the triangle theory don't work in the sport of boxing, but we love to use it as a barometer.
Right.
So if he gets in there with Sean Porter, we gonna judge how he performs against Sean Porter against how he performs against Errol Spence.
But see, I feel like it's a bad fight for Sean Porter, because he doesn't do well with great boxers.
Right. But I mean, regardless of that, but I'm just saying, it's just like Floyd when he fought Cotto, right? We knew Cotto.
Right.
Cotto wasn't the same Floyd. Cotto.
After Margarito.
Right. He wasn't the same.
He was never the same.
Right.
Right.
So and then he fought Pacquiao on top of it. So got beat up in that fight. So we knew he wasn't the same, but we used it as a barometer simply because of the fight that we truly wanted to see was Manny and Floyd. So we said, let's see how Cotto. It's so because we want to see how Cotto and Floyd do, if he could do better than what Manny did. And remember, Floyd struggled, and the first thing everybody said was, Manny gonna beat him. He got rid of Cotto. You understand what I'm saying? So it built up the fight.
It built the fight, but look at how long it took for Pacquiao to fight Mayweather. I mean, it was way past both of their prime.
Oh, facts. And then
if they had fought maybe 6 months after that, it would have been a great fight.
And then Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez. That made it even worse.
That's my point.
It made it even worse.
That's exactly why I'm saying, hey, Bud and Spence need to fight.
Exactly.
Because I would rather see the best than to lose. See somebody get lucky. Anything can happen in boxing.
Mm-hmm. It almost happened with Sean Porter, Errol Spence.
Yeah, but Sean Porter, he's a good fighter, but I didn't think he was going to be here.
I mean, if that knockdown didn't happen and went to the scorecards,
okay,
it might have changed, the way things went.
But if you notice against great boxers, right, who can really move, who can jab and throw a lot of combinations, he struggles with those type of fighters.
That's a fact.
So it just really depends on who he's fighting. Like Ugas, he was perfect for him. Ugas doesn't necessarily throw punches and punches.
That's another fight I would like to see, Ugas and Terence Crawford. I think those should be the two choices for him.
Those are two, grapplers. But yeah. I feel you on that. I would rather like to see him fight somebody like Danny, so he could use his combinations and.
But
I feel you.
Danny gonna fight Errol. But let me get up on
that's a good fight.
Yep. But I appreciate you calling in, bro. Man. Don't be a stranger. You already know my brother. No doubt.
Hey.
My brother right there. Peace. Hey man, we gonna get up out of here, man. I'm going in the house, man. Look at the wife. If you don't like to look at your wife, man, see, I like to look at my wife, man. You guys like to look at your wife? I don't know. Go ahead and look at the wife, man. I like to look at the wife. She gonna tell me I'm a creep, but she stacked. So that's what I like to do. You figure deal me. You figure deal me. Yo, Drew, I was just yeah, Jafari Caesar, you know what it is, man. Yo, Drew, I pointed that out. He said, "What's Mr. Soft?" Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Mr. Softy out here breaking the rules, man. Mr. Softy out here breaking the rules, bro. What? I turned the phone off and a call came through. Yo, Drew, I knew you peeped that. See, only a New York dude peeped that out, right? Cause we know, man, Softy out here, man. Yo, Drew, you know he ain't living right. He living foul out here, man. He living foul out here. If I see said Crawford calling, yeah. I'm like, man, I turned the phone on. Mr. Softy out here, man. Hey, come on, man. Who trying to get some ice cream cones from Mr. Softy right now? At 9 o'clock at night, man. 10 o'clock at night, Mr. Softy out here strolling. Afro Caesar, okay, yo, tomorrow, Afro Caesar, just text me and I'll make sure Afro Caesar, okay, my fault, King. Tomorrow we do it, man. Tomorrow we do it. Yo, Afro Caesar, so I got your number, so I'm gonna save it. Matter of fact, as soon as we go live, you're gonna be the first call. Tomorrow. All right, my guy? Yeah, yeah, I knew Drew, see, that's how you know New York, man. Soon as he said, yo, what? Soon as I hung up the last call, man, what Mr. Softy doing now? Man, Mr. Softy living foul, man. Mr. Softy's living foul. Only in New York, bro. It's 10 o'clock at night, and Mr. Softy out here roaming these streets. Come on, man. With everything going on, curfews, you know what I'm saying? All this type of stuff, and Mr. Softy out here strolling the streets. Come on, man. Come on, Softy, man. Come on, man. Come on, Mr. Softy. Come on, man. Oh, ain't nobody out here. Who kids is out here? First of all, it's like 47 degrees. It's not warm out here. It's 10 o'clock at night. It's 47 degrees. 47, 50 degrees. 10 o'clock at night. We got all of this stuff going on. And Mr. Softy pulling up through the streets. Come on, man. Mr. Softy is tripping. Mr. Softy is tripping. That's what I'm saying, Drew. You know what it is. Darius Ewing, no doubt. You already know, King. We family, so salute to you. Appreciate you calling in. Yeah, man, Mr. Softy. Yeah. Man, where you going, man? He tripping. He tripping. He's still down there, though. He's still down there. It's Softy, man. You tripping, man. You softy, what are we doing? What are we doing out here, man? There's nobody. I'm about to show y'all my street, man. There's nobody on the streets. You understands me? Literally, there's nobody out here. I'm the only person outside right now. I'm the only person outside right now. What is he doing, man? Softy know better than that. Yeah, Rasheed Rooks said 47. Nah, that's good for us, but it ain't good for Mr. Softy. Kenny Linda, salute. What's good? You know what I'm saying? It ain't warm enough to be out here trying to sell nobody no ice cream. And first of all, who gonna buy ice cream cones from Mr. Softy right now with everything going on? The predicate, yeah, I'm in New York with you, bro. Who gonna buy ice cream cones from Mr. Softy right now with everything going on? Like Softy, man, you know better than that, Mr. Softy. You know better than that. That's why I pointed him out as he going past. Only in New York. We know what it is. But salute to my peoples, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Blue, man. Blue Blood Sports TV, man. Stay safe, man. Stay locked in. Focused, man. You know what I mean? Salute to y'all, man. I love each and every one of y'all, man. And we gonna make it through this. You understand me? It's the grind. It's the grind, my peoples. Peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all, man. Stay safe, man. Take all precautions. You know, focus, lock in. Take this time, man. Not seeing a dream. What's good, man? Appreciate you. Take this time, man. Focus in on everybody, man. And do what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna go in here, man. And I'm gonna just look at the wife, man. Cause she's stacked. You know what I'm saying? She's stacked. So I'm just gonna sit there and look at her, and she's gonna get very annoyed. And then she's gonna say, "Hey, don't you got some videos to make? Ain't there some news to do?" I'm gonna say, "Listen, I like to use my imagination right now. You understands me?" And see, my wife from Ecuador, she's Spanish. You understand? So then she's gonna start speaking Spanish, and I truly don't understand what she's saying. So then, at that point in time, that's even more for me to use my imagination. You understands me? That's what's getting me at me. So salute to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all 1000%. Y'all already know what it is, man. Jay Dixon, yes, sir. Yeah, no, I just, I'm just gonna just listen to her. You understands me? We gonna go in, and I'm gonna force her to watch Creed 2 right now. I'm gonna force her to watch Creed 2. She gonna be like, "What? I don't want to watch. Yeah, we watching Creed. You understand what I'm saying? We getting ready to watch some Creed 2. Yeah, Rasheed Rook, I got all that, man. I got my Smarty Pants vitamins. You understands me? These joints taste good too. And I got me some black seed oil. This is miracle, right? Nitty G, what's good with you? And see this right here, man. This is some good stuff right here. Olive leaf, man. Get you some of this. All right. All right, my peoples, man. Salute to y'all, man. Peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all. Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Blue, man. Be safe out there, my peoples. I love each and every one of y'all, man. Y'all family. So salute to y'all, man. Be safe, man. Stay safe, man. Take every precaution, man. Salute to y'all, man. Peace.